Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 120 of Blackblade Settlers. So, last episode we definitely messed with our neighbors. Basically what we did was we took out an outpost and an item quest and we healed some brain injuries. I'm feeling pretty good about that. So, this episode, let's try to get as much of the ship done as possible. So with that in mind, Snicker mentioned that I should probably not store the herbal medicine out here, given that it is, oh, you know what? Yeah, man, you're not brain dead anymore. Get back to hauling. Welcome back to the workforce. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, because I'm likely to build a lot of pods all at once, I'm going to plop this on all of them. Now, unfortunately for me, all the pods in the middle are going to be a little hard to construct without, you know, having the toxic fallout sort of rain on my head. I could roof off the ship, though. I'm thinking about that, but that's kind of more of a pain than it's worth, in my opinion. Ooh, a shoot frenzy. Ah, now you're getting frenzies and everything. Ooh, looks like we're about to run out of power. Let's see. What is on that could be off? That's a start. Oh, thanks. The March of Rats. Because there is... No. You are going to die. Because there's leather... oh, God. Okay, I need to sell some of this stuff, is really what it comes down to. Yep. So, another tip I got was from Robert Strader, mentioning that another smelter or two would help with the backlog. You're absolutely right. The trouble is where to put them, because I guess I could just eat up here. Yeah, I'll just do that. At this point, I'm not going to bother trying to min-max anything. Just, you know, plop things where they don't belong. It's fine. That will make making the some things more difficult. So what ended up happening is all these stupid little rats are flooding in to eat. I don't know, what is even edible in here? The psychoid leaves, maybe? Because I can't even close the door. I have so much plain leather. So what I'm going to do is let's just get rid of some of this junk, right? Plain leather and plain leather. And all the small stack stuff. Camel hide, light leather. Let's load all of that up. And then the wooden spear. Recurve bows. Great bow. And some of the clothing just either destroyed or awful. We're just trying to free up room. And we're going to send that to a neighbor. Alright. Kritos, even though you're a little wounded, you're the right person to be squishing bugs. Or mice, I guess, in this case. Now let's get this loaded up so we don't get a pest problem, because, yep, the pest problem has been setting off all of my IEDs. Not cool, pests. Alright, we don't need to replace that one, though. Whoa, even the, even the buck is coming. Kill it. Alright. The caribou. No animals allowed. Go away. Alright, and the last tip I received is from Pekoslav, mentioning that I forgot to give Nara a weapon. Not on purpose. So she went to assault that base barehanded. Which makes me wonder... did she get any kills? She would have just... barehandedly ripped them apart. I don't really see that there's a needs tab from there, but... Alright, well, we'll see when she gets home, because the buff should last and persist a while. Alright, so it's already looking a little bit more tidy, which is nice. Of course, having a dead rat in the door poses the same problem. Oh, right on my dead people. More rhino leather. Okay. Another thing, maybe I'm just not going to... Alright, this is fine. What I'll do is put the leaf stockpile back. I spelled everything in that wrong. Doesn't really matter, right? Critically important that raw resource plant matter psychoid leaves are there. Alright. So we'll add this smelter and then we can have a teeny little bit of slag or whatever stockpiled there. We could even stockpile it on our shelves because they're pretty close to the smelter. And then if we want people smelting, we have to add people to crafting. So I'm just, don't even care who does it, just get it done. Okay, so we do have some replacement limbs. Negative Epiphany was going to get a right arm. And we have a leg for someone. Forget who it was for. One of them was for Doc. Believe it or not. Even though I hate him. I still do... Oh, Phoebe was going to get the other arm. Okay. And then I'll do a quick health check on everyone else. I think everyone else is fine. Except for the addiction that Deef got. But Deef ain't even home. Speaking of addiction, I wonder when the last time he had tea is. Well, he's still high on it, so I'm guessing that's not an issue. Someone put on the blue fur pants. Is that all that's missing? Okay, that's all that's missing. Let's go ahead and launch this. Actually, first, let's check relationships to factions. Okay, that's kind of an annoying way to check. Blue Snail needs it more than... Alright, Blue Snail. There's your gift. So now I have crafting as a high priority for a lot of people. They'll be cranking out the steel, which will be good. Appears as if I'm out of Naturamine. It's just, yeah, that probably is true. So that might be something to keep a lookout for. Okay. So at the ship outpost, I'm probably bottlenecked on both components and advanced components. I don't think I'm bottlenecked by steel, but we have a lot of people getting through steel here. Alright, Kamassi's building the smelter. Penguin is... No, Penguin's building the pod. Alright, where'd Penguin go? construct that. And then what we're going to want to do is copy and paste. Not going to reinvent the wheel here. Alright, so there's the slag. And this one is melee weapons and crappy ranged weapons. And then this one is ranged weapons that are awful. Alright. That should speed that up a bit. My trap doesn't really work if I don't have an incendiary IED in it. So I'm going to temporarily unsuspend the incendiary shells. Wow, we have a lot of parts. Why is there two different... Oh, because two different crafters. Okay. Alright, here's the bionic arm for Phoebe. So Doc has his legs. You've got your arm. And here's the last arm. All injuries that are probably pretty avoidable, but oh well. Mistakes happen. I was a little sloppy with that that raid we had. Wow, there's so many more metal weapons down there. But we'll just ignore the fact that I was sloppy. And there we go. Now we're actually smelting up. The temperature in this room is correct. Wow, that's a lot of psychoid leaves. All looks good. Okay, so let's send 24 advanced components and regular components in equal amounts to the outpost. Maybe I'll do a little bit more advanced components, or regular components rather, so that if things break down in the outpost, we can actually repair it. Yeah, let's do the Phoebe operation. And now every single person that could use bionics for medical care have that done. So this... Oh, don't go into the wall. Okay, good. This stockpile here is also going to be for advanced components and components. And then I have to figure out how many empty pods I have and how many people I'll need. People, animals, that kind of thing. That's something to figure out as well. Okay, we're teeter-tottering on not enough power here. Even with that drill off. Make sure all my turrets are off. They are. Huh. Alright. Does make me want to send the Vanometric down there. And that wouldn't be that hard to do. Alright, everyone else is back home. Here to heal up. The first thing I'm going to do is, well, unload and then give Nara her weapon. So the smelting melee weapons. Oh, there's a limit to how bad a weapon can be before we smelt it. So I was worried about the superior weapons that are in the stockpile, but they're safe. Which is good information to have. So my ID is all set. Part of me wants to get Deef sobered up, but I don't think I have enough time to do that. Maybe I do. I don't know. Food restrictions now that they're all home. Okay, that was quick. Okay, so Phoebe's been repaired. I think is the right term for when you're using bionics. Alright, that is probably enough incendiary shells. I'm just going to suspend that. Alright, Kritos, would you haul that, please? Would you, could you? Oh, the sound of smelting. So looking at these things, where do we put all the... So the advanced components went on a bunch of them that don't have uranium, it seems. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... Oof, we really don't have power for this, though. So I'm going to try to think of a way to conserve power. We don't really have anything to machine. At the moment, we don't have anything to slag. So we'll turn those off. And then that means turn this back on. But basically, I'm bottlenecked on uranium now. So I have to find some uranium. Which means that I need to unzone restrict some of these people. So DQ, I'm going to make you do it. And then additionally, we do have uranium here. So given that information, I need to start mining uranium on the home tile at much higher rates. Because I think that's our current bottleneck. Let's take a look. So we have a teeny bit of plasteel, which is kind of unfortunate. We have an okay amount of gold and steel. Here we have a lot of plasteel that we actually, in fact, could probably send back, given that most of these pods are just not made with plasteel. And then the ship, what I think I'm going to do is add 2 more beams to the ship with the plasteel, which is about 80 plasteel, so the rest of this plasteel can go home. I'm going to send a shipment of 600, which is the max size. And then we're really bottlenecked on uranium. So we have 88 uranium back on the home tile, but that's just simply not enough. And then additionally, some of these turrets... No, these turrets actually are reloaded. Not all of them. Okay. Some are reloaded. I wish I could paint like different colors. Alright, we are getting build-up that I don't want to have, so... I'm going to basically shelter my ship. Just put it like that. Which is going to be really, really annoying because I'm going to have to remove it from roof, but whatever. As long as we do it carefully and we don't collapse part of it on the ship, we'll be fine. Alright, so here is our uranium mining. And I'm sure there's other uranium, so it's not like I'm going to be permanently bottlenecked by uranium. There's other tiles of uranium. Alright. And the reason I'm doing this is because we started getting toxic buildup minor, and the problem is even minor toxic buildup and we could possibly screw up ship construction, which is very, very, very expensive. This ended up being uranium. Perfect. So what I'll do is I will add this to the home zone, like this, and build a roof over it, and put a light there, and turn this off. Okay, transport pods are done. This allows us to keep making advanced components back on the home tile. Because we were damn near out of advanced components. Or not advanced components, but plasteel. Yes, that does mean that, alright, let's go ahead and not put a roof over the reactor. Might be hard to unroof that. Alright. This is a much safer working environment, despite the fact that Dominica just food binged, but she food binged because she's gourmand, not because I did anything wrong. Yeah, let's give her the light so she mines a little faster. Or a lot faster. There was also one pod from back home. This one that needs to launch. This has the Molotov and some steel. And this will allow us to burn the bodies that we have. And then we also, at some point, need to give Zero Day a gun back. But for starters, we could have him... Oh, right. It is home zone, isn't it? Have him cook some corpses. And we'll have him keep the Molotovs, because there's no other good weapons on this tile at the moment. Cats join. Alright. Nara, you were trade inspired. Yes, you still are trade inspired. Cool. Let's go ahead and capitalize on that. NARA, where are you? You'll go with Wolf. Bring some pemmican. Bring the Muffalo that aren't pregnant. And all these cats. I know you all don't want me to butcher them, so I'm not going to butcher them. I'm just going to sell them. Right, that won't make you all upset. We don't have any hay. Ooh, I'm gonna bring I'll leave that stuff. I'll bring the insect jelly because that sells. I don't know if they really have anything for me to buy, but I guess that won't really stop me. Well, we have a lot of cloth. I do need to buy Nuturamine, and they're almost certainly gonna have some Nuturamine. And I'm just picking up the stuff that's damaged. Making sure to avoid clothing that has sentimental value. Thermal fur bowler hats. Alright. Now I get to try to herd cats, which is fun. Alright, so it does look like we are doing a pretty good job of getting uranium. Oh, and a combat supplier flying overhead. That actually might be really, really handy. The trouble is, I just packed up everything that I could probably sell them. No, we have some weapons. I take that back. Are you eating my rice? Why would you do that? Okay, animals. We are going to have a new zone. Called Inverse Farms, where I keep these crop-eating assholes. Mostly because the Thrumbo will have a massive, massive appetite, and we'll just keep eating and eating and eating until there's no crops left. Alright, manage inverse farms, invert them, and then animals. Ranched, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of there, pony. And stay out. Where's my beacon? It's being hauled. Hauled and installed. There it is. Now, other than Nara, trade price improvement. Who is best? Nara's obviously the best at the moment, but I'm using her to trade with the neighbors. So let's go and trade with the combat supplier now. Alright, Mr. Combat Supplier, here's some flake that I don't want. Now, I was mostly interested in... We can get rid of some of the frag grenades. Mostly interested in if they had any Doomsday launchers, which I don't think they do. You call yourself a combat supplier? Weak. Very weak. Alright. Fine. So be it. What they do have is the capacity to buy a bunch of these sniper rifles. Yeah, I could make more money turning them into steel, but whatever. And they can buy my miniguns. I'll keep the good assault rifles and good sniper rifles. Okay. That's a little bit of silver, and that's all the trading I'm going to do. And that frees up a lot of the smelting that I have to do as well, which is good. Alright, now the challenge is to keep track of the ones that don't have people in them. So I'll just keep painting the... Actually, it would probably be easier if I put the plans where the thing won't get constructed. I really couldn't care less about a poisoned ship, sorry. I don't have crops on this tile. In fact, I barely have meat. That's not that much of an issue because we can always send some meat. Alright, you know what, Deef? I am going to try to sober you up. So what I'm going to do is do this the proper way. Set him up with a colonist outfit. No shield belt. And then I'm going to anesthetize him so he can't fight back. Alright, and then... Oh, he's already in withdrawal. Perfect. Then I was going to arrest him. Oh, if he's anesthetized, maybe I can't arrest him. Oh well. Thought I was being smart there. Alright, well, we'll just not give him a weapon when we arrest him. Psychic Soothe for females on the home tile, and some cargo pods of penicillin on the hunting outpost, which is a place I'm not likely to return. I'm going to administer a smoke leaf joint while he's out, because he's not addicted to that, and because it will make him much easier to take down if he fights back. I don't want to do any harm here, you know? Alright, so days of food. Let's go and fix this. Alright, so now he's high on smoke leaf. Yeah, I should have anesthetized him. I should have just had him do the smoke leaf. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job of tidying up the... all of the smeltables out here, leaving just pillows and great bows and stuff like that that we can't smelt. There is, of course, still this whole thing down here. Not that I plan on trying to fix this. Alright, so we have a bunch of pods. Nice and constructed. We're also getting the ship beams. We need one more advanced component for that. Given our bottlenecking on uranium, I was going to have some more of these drills be moved over, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Let's turn this back on and allow us to smelt. Alright, now he is... Yep, nope, still under. There we go. Poppy, try to arrest Steve. Oh, okay, without a fight. Perfect. I feel bad. We're going to reduce resistance. Give him any meal he wants. And take care of him while he's in withdrawal. Very good, careful care. Alright, Dominica, you should probably not be allowed in there. Well, we don't actually have a, like, no... okay. We don't have, like, a no corpses, but stay within the outside of the toxic fallout zone. As that is oddly too specific. But where am I making these caskets? Slow and sure, we are doing it. Even in the dark. Alright, so at the end of this portion, let's go ahead and move this drill. Hopefully we are not going to cause any social fighting. That would suck. And we're very, very low on food there. There's a lot of wildlife here to hunt, so I'm going to take advantage of that. On the hunting outposts, there's just one alpaca. Okay, good. I'm glad to know that I'm actually not missing out on anything. So let's launch. We're going to launch all the pemmican, all the simple meals, and some rat meat. Oh, I feel bad, but rat meat. There'll be a variety of things to eat at least. Oh, Muffalo got pregnant again. This happens a lot. This probably needs to be added to home zone so that we can repair the walls. I think we're doing a pretty good job of making sure our toxic buildup doesn't build up. Okay, the pods are all set. This is a food, quote-unquote, care package for our ship outpost. Ah, I should have added the vanometric power cell. Darn. Well, now there's plenty of pemmican and simple meals for them all to enjoy. He's not related to anyone. But this would be... Nah, sorry, buddy. It would have been really, really easy because he's showing up at the hunting outpost, so I would just caravan him and he'd be fine. So, as far as I can tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, 7, 8. 8 pods that are open. Oh, even more simple meals. Cool. Just trying to think of who goes in them. You know? It's tricky. Oh, Knack and Kritos getting married. Okay. Waking everyone up for that. Kritos, go attend your own wedding. This will at least help moods on the home tile. Hence the mandatory attendance that I kind of made. I woke everyone up. Oh, look at that. Where did all this steel come from? Cool. I have no idea where it came from, but we were low on steel. We are absolutely not low on steel anymore. It must have come from smelting? So I don't think I mined it all of a sudden. Man, that's a lot of good smelting. Wow, Knack was halfway across the map hunting elk, so he's going to be real late to his own wedding. And there was a lot of chat bubbles all at once. Come on, Knack. I like how he's literally the last one there. Okay, there we go. The room is a little bloody now and dirty, but a beautiful marriage. Now, I'm hoping that they all, like, partied for a long time. They're all, like, super, super, super hungry now. They're ravenous. That's kind of funny. Another thing I'm probably going to do is, once Wolf and Nara get there, I'm probably going to sell off all the calves I have. The Muffalo calves. Okay, they're there now, so... How many calves can I get in one pod? Just because I, Oh, all of them. Okay. I really don't have a need for them. Yeah. So we'll just send a bunch of calves over. Man, I keep getting pods and pods. Okay. And we will give to the caravan. Looks like we're super low on components. And the toxic fallout has ended. Cool. Unrestricted. No corpse. No corpse. No corpse. No corpse. Alright. I can still leave the lights and the roofs over. It doesn't hurt. Look at how happy everyone is now. Alright. So we have some trade to do. Says I should use a healthier negotiator. That's pretty funny. Oh, oops. Let's not sell our muffalo, just the calves. Brought a whole bunch of insect meat and jelly. Luckily, these guys have a lot of silver. Incendiary Lance and Pulsar, sounds good. Uranium, why not? I don't know why I would buy Jade. Neuturamine, I needed. Sweet. Brought some random clothing to sell as well. Gold, I'll buy all their gold. Lung and kidneys, I don't think I need, fortunately. It actually wouldn't be a terrible idea to have like backup lung and kidney though. Just in case of injury coming up. I might get injured. And I'll buy all their beer. Cool. 1, 2, 3, okay. Accept. Quite an inspired trade. And let's return home. I think it's telling me I don't have a lot of food because of the needs of the muffalo. Not because my caravan is out of food for humans. Wow. Clean up after the wedding, guys. Not so cool. So the uranium is actually rather rebounding on the home tile. How's it over here? We're still waiting on uranium for pretty much most of these. No, yes, yes, yes. And advanced components. Alright, so what I can do is to send... What I'm going to do is temporarily suspend the advanced components. So we have a whole... Oh, maybe not you. Keep making that advanced component. I'm about to suspend Chief's advanced components. There. And now we're going to... Nope, stop, Chief. Yeah, that's right. Now we're going to work on regular components. So these advanced components that I have, as well as some of the uranium, gonna head over to the tile here. Cool. Get all that loaded up. Once again, didn't send the vanometric. You know what? Here, let me do that. Vanometric power cell, and then more steel. We have a lot of steel at home. I don't know how we got it all, but that's not a complaint. Alright. We did sell off all of our insect meat. I should probably have kept some of it. Tomboy. Misogynist wimp. You know what? I didn't see you. You're not going to make it my problem. And this is the last advanced component that I'm going to have Chris do, and then they're all going to work on regular components, because that is our current sort of bottleneck. Alright, so suspend. Alright, so these pods are ready to launch. So this is steel and the vanometric. And this is uranium and components, and advanced components. The vanometric we will install. That's probably a good spot. I'll just... yeah, that's a good spot. Most of these pods have the steel they need, though. Alright, I see that rice is getting a little thin, so I can always fire this back on. Right? Okay, that's a lot of advanced components that we sent. Let's work on this beam and then crank out some pods. I'm actually going to make lights first, because that will help us speed up the construction process. It's already hard enough building a spaceship. Building a spaceship in the dark definitely does not help. And they're also building it in the cold, too. Keep that in mind. So DQ's going smelting hardcore. Then additionally, we can remove the roof on the ship because we no longer have toxic fallout. It's going to take a while. Chief has an inspired creativity. That's cool, because you're a crafter. Chief, what I want you to do is make advanced components again. I'm going to have him attempt a marine armor. Which should be pretty cool if we can get a really nice one. Well guys, I'm a little bit over time, so that's about all the time I have for this episode. So before I end this episode, I wanted to say that for all the people that have been helping me try to track down the flickering bug, I wanted to fill you in. The flickering bug is caused by YouTube, actually, not by my own recordings. So when I upload to YouTube, my source material doesn't have flickers, and then YouTube adds the flickers in for me. So what I'm going to do for today, for both this episode and the speedrun episode, is change the way I upload videos. I'm going to try new browsers, I'm going to try software to upload videos, and hopefully something will resolve. So once again, let me know if it flickers. I am changing variables on you, and hopefully I can figure that out. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm very eager to see this episode end to a happy conclusion if I can. There's still, of course, time for like some life-ending raid, but fingers crossed we'll actually get everyone up into space. Now, as for animals, I think I'm going to probably bring all the animals. all of the at least named animals. All right, well, that's enough out of me. I'll catch you all next time. Thank you for watching. Adios.